Picture this. You're with Alex Hormozi. It's Christmas Eve. But instead of like cozy family time, you're in a pitch black movie theater.
Oh no. What's going on?
Yeah, it's about to get real. His heart's pounding like crazy. And then the phone rings. It's a call that like changes everything. His business partner's gone, poof, vanished with all his money.
Whoa. Talk about a holiday nightmare.
Mm.
I can see where that would spark a deep dive into crafting killer offers.
This is actually like the opening scene of Hormozi's book, $100 Offers, the one we're diving into.
I mean, it's a heck of a hook, right? Gets you invested in the story.
For sure. So we're going to break down his system for building these Grand Slam offers, but it's bigger than just sales tactics. This is about understanding the psychology of value, how to make people crave what you're offering.
Yeah. And anyone listening, whether you're an entrepreneur or just want to level up your skills, this deep dive can help you rethink how you approach value.
Totally. So right off the bat, Hormozi talks about this thing he calls the commodity trap. You know, that race to the bottom where businesses keep slashing prices just to compete.
Oof. Yeah. You see that everywhere. And it's like a recipe for disaster. You end up squeezing your profits, making it harder to grow.
Exactly. He actually experienced this firsthand, trying to sell gym memberships early on. Even at $99 a month, he was struggling.
It's crazy, right? You think a good price would be enough? But if you're just another gym in a sea of gyms, people only see the number, not the unique value you bring.
So he realized he had to shift gears, move away from this price-driven mindset, and create offers that were so irresistible that people would practically beg to buy them.
So it's like flipping the script.
Yeah.
Instead of, here's what it costs, it's more like, here's how your life will be transformed.
Exactly. You're not haggling over pennies anymore. You're changing the entire conversation.
And before you even get to crafting the offer itself, Hormozi stresses this crucial point: market selection.
Right. You got to make sure there are actually people out there who want what you're selling.
He tells this story about his friend Lloyd, who built this amazing software for newspapers. But the thing is, the newspaper industry was, not exactly thriving.
Ouch. Yeah, timing is everything. No matter how good your offer is, if you're targeting the wrong market, you're setting yourself up for a struggle.
He uses this great phrase, starving crowd.
Yeah.
You need to find a group of people with a massive pain point. They got to have the money to solve it. And you need a way to reach them effectively.
So it's like those three key ingredients: pain, purchasing power, and the ability to target them.
Without that, even a Grand Slam offer might just fall flat.
Okay. So let's say we've escaped the commodity trap. We've found our starving crowd. Now, how do we actually cook up this irresistible offer?
Well, Hormozi has a system for this. He calls it the value equation. It breaks down like the psychology of why people buy.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I love a good equation.
He even tells this hilarious anecdote about how his own dad questioned if his $42,000 coaching program was even legal.
Wait, his own dad thought he was running some kind of scam. That's wild.
Yeah, but it makes this really interesting point. It's all about perceived value. If the customer truly believes they're getting way more than what they paid for, the price tag becomes almost irrelevant.
Okay, so break it down for me. How does this value equation work? What are the ingredients we need to add?
Well, there are four main parts. The first is the dream outcome. This goes beyond just like basic needs. It's about tapping into your customers' deepest desires, their aspirations, maybe even their status symbols.
So like you're not just selling a product, you're selling a transformation, a better version of themselves.
Exactly. And then there's perceived likelihood of achievement. This is all about building confidence that your offer will actually deliver on that dream outcome.
So it's not enough to just promise the moon. You have to convince people that you can actually get them there.
Right. Testimonials, case studies, your own credibility. All of these contribute to making the customer believe, hey, this is possible. I can achieve this.
It's that trust factor, right? You have to walk the walk.
Then we have time delay. This one's all about minimizing the wait between when someone buys your product or service and when they start seeing results.
People are impatient, right?
Yeah.
We want those quick wins.
Exactly. And if your offer can deliver faster results than the competition, that automatically increases its perceived value.
Makes sense. So it's like if I can get the same result in a week versus 6 months, I'm going to go with the faster option.
And the final piece of the puzzle is effort and sacrifice. How much work does the customer have to put in?
So the less effort, the better.
Pretty much. The easier and more convenient you can make the whole process, the more appealing your offer becomes. It's all about removing friction, making the customer's journey as smooth as possible.
Okay, so we've got a good grasp on this value equation. But how do we actually take these four parts and turn them into like a tangible offer, something we can sell?
Well, that's where things get even more interesting. Hormozi has this step-by-step process. And it starts with understanding your customer's problems.
He actually uses weight loss as an example in the book, right? He like breaks down all the potential problems someone might face on their journey.
Yeah, it's super detailed, and I think that's what's so helpful. He's not just throwing out vague concepts.
Hmm.
He's getting into the nitty-gritty.
So he's like walking you through each step. Like, okay, what are the roadblocks someone might hit when trying to lose weight?
And what's cool is he ties these problems back to the value equation. So, for example, someone might struggle to buy healthy food because it's too expensive or time-consuming.
Or maybe they just don't know how to cook healthy meals, right? Like, where do you even start?
Exactly. And those all link back to time, delay, effort, and sacrifice, and perceived likelihood of achievement.
So it's about pinpointing exactly where the customer is struggling
Mm.
and then tailoring your solution to address those specific pain points.
You got it. And this is where creativity comes in. Hormozi encourages us to think outside the box. Come up with solutions that are both high value for the customer but low cost for you to provide.
He calls this trimming the fat. Love that.
It's like getting rid of all the unnecessary fluff and focusing on what truly moves the needle.
Okay, and then there's stacking the value, right? Like bundling your offers strategies. I'm picturing this like building the ultimate gift basket.
Perfect analogy. So let's say you're selling a fitness program. Instead of just offering workouts, you add in a nutrition guide, a recipe book, access to an online community, maybe even some personalized coaching calls.
So you're creating this one-stop shop for achieving their goals, making it even harder to resist.
Exactly. And you're increasing the perceived value without necessarily increasing your costs.
This is all starting to click. Now I'm seeing how these pieces fit together, but we're not done yet, right?
Not even close. We've got the foundation. But there are a few more layers to creating a truly irresistible offer. And next up is all about scarcity and urgency. You know, it's funny how just a little bit of scarcity can make us want something so much more.
Oh, totally. Like when you see that only one left in stock message online, suddenly you have to have it.
Exactly. It's like this fear of missing out kicks in.
Yeah.
So how do we use this ethically in our own offers? Well, Hormozi breaks it down into a few strategies.
Okay, lay it on me.
First up, you can limit supply. Whether it's a physical product or the number of clients you take on exclusivity creates that must-have feeling.
Right, it's that whole get it now before it's gone thing.
Exactly. Then there are deadlines. Instead of having an offer always available, create a limited window of opportunity.
So it's not just about what you're offering, it's about when they can get it.
Right. This could be for enrollment in a program, access to a bonus, anything that makes time a factor.
Like those early bird discounts or bonuses you see everywhere.
Those are great examples. You're creating scarcity through limited bonuses. By adding that time sensitivity, you make the offer seem even more valuable.
I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. But even with all that, some people might still be hesitant, right? Like what if it doesn't work out for them? What if they regret it?
That's where guarantees come in. It's like giving people that safety net, so they feel more comfortable taking the leap.
I like that. A safety net makes sense. So Hormozi talks about different types of guarantees, right?
He does. He starts with the classic money-back guarantee. You know, if you're not happy, you get your money back. No questions asked.
Straightforward and powerful. I can see why that's so effective.
But then he takes it a step further with satisfaction guarantees. This is less about the money and more about the customer's overall experience.
Okay, so you're guaranteeing a positive outcome, not just a refund.
Exactly. He actually used this when he was selling weight loss programs. It helped overcome objections because it showed he was confident in his ability to deliver results.
It's like putting your money where your mouth is. Makes sense. What are some of the other types of guarantees he mentions?
Well, there are conditional guarantees. These are based on specific criteria or actions.
Interesting. So it's like you have to do X, Y, and Z to qualify for the guarantee.
Right. It encourages people to actually engage with the product or service.
Yeah.
Then there are implied guarantees, like performance-based models, where you only get paid if you deliver results.
Oh, wow. So you're really putting your skills on the line there.
Yeah. You're saying, I'm so confident this will work that I'm willing to bet on it.
I like that. It definitely builds trust.
Okay.
So we've talked about value scarcity guarantees. Now, what about the presentation? How do you package and name your offer in a way that grabs people's attention?
That's where the magic of naming comes in.
Ooh, sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
Hormozi compares a free 6-week stress release challenge to a float tank center session. Both might offer similar benefits, but which one sounds more appealing?
Oh, the first one for sure. It sounds way more exciting and transformative.
Exactly. It's all in the name. So he created this framework called MAGIC to help us come up with these captivating names.
Okay, I love a good framework. Break it down for me.
stands for magnet. This is the hook that draws people in, the reason why they should care about your offer.
Okay, so the magnet is like that initial spark of interest.
Yeah.
Okay, what about A?
A is for avatar, your target audience. The more specific you can be, the better.
Right. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, you're laser focused on a specific group.
Exactly. It helps you tailor your language and make the offer feel super relevant to the right people.
What's Jew?
G is for goal, the desired outcome or transformation. This is where you tap into those deep desires and paint a picture of how amazing life will be after they achieve this goal.
So it's not just about the product itself, it's about the transformation it promises.
Precisely, I is for interval, the time frame for achieving that outcome.
So instead of just saying lose weight, you might say lose 10 pounds in 30 days.
Exactly. It sets expectations and adds a little urgency. And finally, C stands for container. This is the type of program or package you're offering.
Okay, so like a challenge, a boot camp, a blueprint, something that makes your solution unique.
You got it. It's
Yeah.
about packaging your offer in a way that's memorable and enticing.
Wow. This MAGIC framework is brilliant. It really makes you think about the psychology behind a great offer name. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from escaping the commodity trap to crafting these irresistible offers. But how does this all play out in the real world? How did Hormozi actually take these strategies and turn them into success?
Well, that's what we'll explore next. He takes us back to a pivotal moment in his journey, March 2017, when he and his partner Layla hit a major milestone, their first $100,000.
Wow, what an incredible feeling. Talk about validation.
He describes it as this incredibly emotional experience. Years of struggle and uncertainty finally culminating in this tangible sign of success.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So how did they do it? What were the key factors that led to this breakthrough?
It was a combination of everything we've talked about. They had escaped the commodity trap by creating a high-value coaching program for gym owners, a very specific niche.
Right, they found their starving crowd.
Exactly. They understood the value equation, offering a dream outcome that resonated with their audience. They weren't afraid to charge a premium price because they knew the value they were delivering was worth it. They leveraged scarcity and urgency, creating limited enrollment periods and a sense of exclusivity. And they incorporated guarantees removing any risk for potential clients.
It's amazing to see how all these pieces fit together to create that Grand Slam offer. It's not just about one strategy, it's about the whole system working in harmony.
You nailed it. And it's a story that shows anyone can achieve similar results with the right mindset and approach. But it's not all about the money. Hormozi also emphasizes the importance of personal growth and using your success to make a positive impact.
That's so important. It's about more than just building a business. It's about building a legacy.
It's true. Hormozi really emphasizes that connection between business success and personal growth. He believes that building a thriving business goes beyond just, technical skills.
Right. It's about mindset resilience, that
Yeah.
willingness to push through challenges.
Exactly. He talks about outworking your self-doubt and having the conviction to charge those premium prices because, deep down the value you provide is worth it.
And he doesn't shy away from talking about taking action, even if it means making mistakes along the way.
Yeah, he sees failure not as like the opposite of success, but as a necessary part of the journey.
It's like those stumbles help you learn and grow and ultimately make you stronger.
He even uses this fun term, niche slappers, encouraging readers to really commit to a specific market and become a master of it.
So it's about resisting that temptation to chase every shiny object and instead focusing your energy on becoming the go-to expert in your chosen area.
Exactly, depth over breadth.
I love that this whole concept of seeing challenges as opportunities for growth is so powerful.
It's a total shift in perspective.
Right.
Instead of setbacks being these negative things, they become stepping stones on the path to success.
And that leads us to Hormozi's final message, this idea that entrepreneurs have a responsibility to make a positive impact on the world.
He views entrepreneurship as a vehicle for good. A way to innovate, solve problems, create a better future for everyone.
So it's not just about building a successful business, it's about contributing to something larger than yourself.
Exactly. It's about using your skills and talents to make a real difference.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Grand Slam offers, I want to leave you with this. What problem are you uniquely positioned to solve? How can you create an offer that's so irresistible, so aligned with your values and expertise, that it practically sells itself?
Remember, the world needs more entrepreneurs who are willing to step up, create value, challenge the status quo, and make a real difference. And with the right mindset and a Grand Slam offer, you have the power to achieve incredible things.